Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's full of Glocks. He's gonna shove one in your face. And after a little squeeze of the trigger, you're going bye-bye today. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, shooting up the whole neighborhood. Sorry, that was a freestyle. I didn't even think about doing that. Sorry if that went a little demonic there. But this video I am dedicating to someone else who is not me. So it don't matter, obviously. As you see from the title, I don't even gotta say bro's name, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Joe Bartolozzi. Yeah, originally a TikToker who would yell and stuff. But then got up and then was like, you know what? Quarantine's boring. I'm gonna stream, and then he's been streaming since. So that's his history. Bye. But I made a video about this before, how much he's impacted me and how much I like him in like a respect way, like looking up to him. But the video was over 40 minutes edited. It was like over an hour of footage of me just talking about him and how much he's impacted me. So if you want to see that, let me know. I'll post it. But I was like, I probably shouldn't post this. It's a little too long. So this time I'm coming at you with some quick points. We're gonna go boom, boom, boom. We're gonna rush through this. Number one, something I didn't even mention in my longer video I made about him was the somehow I skipped past it. It didn't even cross my mind. But it's the charity work. Some people use and view charity as a way to abuse the system, right? I think there's like good taxes that come with it, like you like get stuff. I don't really know how that works, but I just know it benefits in some way. And then you also get seen as a better person by doing charitable acts, right? Like Mr. Beast and stuff. But Joe is someone who I have never met in real life. And I don't really feel parasocial to anyone, but I'm able to like really pick up the fact that he like means a lot of what he says. I have seen a lot of people do charity work. I have seen Mr. Beast make certain videos where it comes off as just money. It comes off as like they want to look a certain way. But for Joe, the amount of depth that he knows about each organization or foundation that he's funding, it really shows that he's truly invested to the stuff he's trying to support. He has said a lot of kind words about oppressed people. He stood up against racism like a true I can't really say I can't say anything about America. We're anything but that. I was gonna say like a true patriot, but that, yeah, I don't know, just like a good person. He just kind of like does that, right? He said really good things about like the LGBT community, right? And I'm sure a lot of people who watch him low-key are. But one of the best things about him is that he's kind of like low-key feminine sometimes, and he'll get called like gay and stuff, and then his response would be like, I think everyone low-key kind of he'd be like, I think everyone's kind of gay. Everyone's got a little gay in them, right? And I think that's like so funny. Like no part of him is like, ew, no. Like it's all just like, who freaking cares, gang? Like it's like, I think that's really cool. It creates this type of community where the vibe is just like so embraceful. I don't know. Like even when he's just playing games or watching videos that are silly, it still seems so like purposeful. 99% of the time, it doesn't come off like he's trying to just make a quick buck off of me. But I guess that makes one of us, because guess what I'm doing right here? I'm trying to make a quick buck off of you, Joe. I'm using your likeness to get that cash flowing in. So I hope you're okay with that. You're right. You're right. It's all a lie. And this whole entire thing is a gag, is a gig. You just walked the prank. What can I say? All of the proceeds from this video are going to the Blakey Foundation. It's a really cool research facility that helps in making videos about how much they hate themselves and like other people. Okay, that's cool things Joe has done, but what about how has he helped me? How has he helped other people besides charity? Suicide. There are so many people who come into his chat and talk about how they are struggling with personal issues and self liking and whatnot. And his responses always kind of like change, but they stay around the same kind of umbrella of just, hey, get help if you really need it, but suicide is a permanent issue to a temporary problem, right? He pulls up with that wisdom. And that's kind of like basic stuff, but a lot of the times he'll go more into it. And one of my favorites has been when he recognized the fact that some people, for some reason, view his words higher than other people, right? Like they come to him for self help issues when he's not a therapist, right? He's not their parents. He's not someone who loves them. Yet for some reason, people go to him and like his words. So he's recognized the fact that that's like odd in his eyes, but he like really understands that that's how some people are. I've never been the type to reach out to someone I look up to like that. I'm not sending a dono talking about how depressed I am, right? All respect to people who do, but that's not my type of like relationship. I don't think that will ever help. But when he responds to other people's and talks about it in general or his battles he's gone through that has to do with it, it really resonates with me. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually really cool and it helps. But it's really fun to see him recognize the power he has in those types of like very heavy subjects, right? And he still does good with it. Like he's not abusing it. I don't even think like part of him would like want to. Like he'd feel guilty. Like I think that's really fun and that's a good person. In my normal life, I'm surrounded by people who aren't that passionate about like anything. And it's just pretty cloudy feeling. Like it just feels like it's raining every day. Like there's nothing like fun, you know? And a lot of that might have to do with just like capitalism, right? Because like my parents have to work every day and they come home, they just want to relax. They don't want to do fun stuff, you know? And then younger people are going to school. It's the same exact thing. But even just like a hobby that includes your own mind, right? Like a hobby that isn't just watching shows or watching TikTok, a hobby that is actually creating something or deriving something from your own experiences. Those are the types of people I want in my life, and I have none of them. And it's pretty lackluster. But Joe has been that outlet for me. He's able to show so many traits that go into like a very like built character, right? And that's the type of person that I like need, gang. It's like a parental figure even sometimes, which is crazy to say, but it's like I don't know how else to look at it, right? Like what am I supposed to do? Like if my parents are just leaving me be, gang, I gotta look for some type of influence. So that's where I found it, you know? And I think it's very helpful. It was a good pull, mythical person pull to look mythical parental pull. I don't what am I saying? But he's made me feel okay with going in depth about certain emotions, which I've never gotten in real life. He's made me feel better connected with myself, you know, like if I like something I can just like it and I don't have to be like why all the time. Questioning anything in general he's made me feel okay about. Like there's a lot of my life where I would question things and just kind of be like shut down, so I would think like I just don't question them or don't ask other people at least. But he's made me feel like that's okay, you know. Sometimes people shut me down, but that doesn't make the question not worthy of an answer. That just means the person might not care. Joe is really into philosophy. He studied philosophy and religion in college. I don't know what the majors are exactly, but it's something to do with those. He'll do streams, which is where he's live streaming him watching stuff or just talking or playing games. But my favorite ones are the philosophy ones. So he'll watch videos that are philosophy based, where normally I can only watch one of those videos and then I'm like low key kind of like out of attention. I have a good attention span, but it's like kind of like lackluster, right? Like hearing someone talk about philosophy for over an hour is just like, it feels like I'm just sitting in class. It doesn't feel like I'm getting anything anymore. But when I have someone like him who seems really passionate about the stuff, watching that hour-long video, but with his chat, it's so much more entertaining, right? And it really feels like I'm in class, but all of the classmates are getting along and we're all talking about the video as it's going on. Like, and we're pausing it and we're having discussions. Like, that's where it feels so much more engaging and it feels like I'm a person. And I would love to have that community in real life, but I just don't think I'll find it anywhere just because the world is built a little differently. But I would rather have it artificial and not really know anyone, but still get those good feelings than have nothing, right? So I still feel like this is something and it's really good. But I do understand that it would be so much healthier if I went to in-person discussions about certain stuff I liked. Like if there was a philosophy group at my library, I don't know. But something like that, like I understand that would be healthier, but it's still something and it works. And it might not be the best, but hey, we're rolling with it now. There's a lot of times where I have felt like God might low-key be real because of how perfect what he might say like when I hear it. Okay, like he'll say something perfect and it's at the time when I needed it, when I needed to hear it, right? It's really hard to find a good example for that, but when it happens in the moment, I'm like, what are the chances, right? Like he'll just say words that really connect with me, but only like in that moment. Like if I would have heard it the day before, it wouldn't have hit as hard. But like for some reason it like happens over and over again. It's like, what is going on? So I think that's a sign of like someone who really like gets me. Like obviously bro's not my friend. I'm not his friend. Like we don't really know each other. But it's like it makes me feel seen. You know, it's like listening to a song where it's like, oh my God, they're talking about something I went through. So it's like I feel like there. If you're younger than me, I also want to tell you that Joe is not a good role model. I don't think looking up to him as like what you should do in life is the right move. Bro definitely makes some like silly mistakes and just kind of like lives like he's just a human. He's not living like there's a lot of people who are looking up to him. So you don't want to be one of those people. But just like your parents and your grandparents who have made so many mistakes in life, they still bring value in some certain ways. So as long as you can leech onto those and get what you can while respecting the fact that the person as a whole might not be perfect, it's still good. But yeah, just know that. Don't just hook onto someone and instantly be like you gotta be them, basically. Some of my favorite stuff too is when he'll be disciplined. Like there will be one stream where he's talking about how he didn't really want to stream that day, but he did it anyways because he knows people are there waiting, right? Like he knows that he makes people's days by streaming. So he's going to do it anyway. And you can kind of tell the energy in the video, especially in the beginning, where he might not seem as into it as he might normally be. And something about that really like hits me. It's like, that's so cool. It's like he's still doing it anyways, but it's like not even for him sometimes. It might be for other people. Obviously, it might be for him if he's like getting money and stuff. But still, I know how hard it is to really motivate yourself to do certain stuff. Like, especially if it has to do with you, gang. Because then like the next day, he might be streaming and then he's like the happiest he's ever been, right? So it's so cool to like literally see like a human, gang, that's going through different freaking phases every day and like has stuff going on. Like, I don't know, something about that is just so like what I need, you know? Like it makes me feel more normal about stuff that goes on with me is because like, oh, it's like normal. If you're on like Instagram all day and whatnot and you're just seeing like extreme versions of everything, like stuff that happens bad to people, you only see the worst of it. And then stuff that happens good to people, you only see the best of it. Like, it's like there's no realness. It's always just boom, 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 black or white, you know? Ransom, like Lil Tecca's and like he controls everything. I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside the ghost, stay hop up in a phantom. I know that I'm gone. Okay, so I wish there was more gray, you know, in the middle. But that's not the stuff that does good. The algorithm prioritizes the extreme sides because those get the most engagement. So staying off of that has been very good for my health. And then, you know, picking one person, basically, that I know is a good person, passionate about what they do, disciplined in what they do, all this good stuff, right? They recognize power they have and don't abuse it. That's the stuff I'm looking for in a person to look up to. So that's who I chose, basically. I make music. And I have a music person I look up to, but it's in a different way, obviously. So something about Joe helps me in so many different areas of my life, right? Even sometimes it might be music. I do think one of the worst things he's ever said, though, was he doesn't know why albums exist. He was like, why would an artist drop an album? I think they should just do singles. That is the stupidest thing in the world. What are you talking about? Don't drop an album? Are you kidding me? Have you never heard a good album? When the songs transition into each other, gang, that's an album. That's a masterpiece. What are you talking about? Just drop singles. You want just 3-minute songs that are all individualized from an artist? No, gang. You want that project that creates a whole world around the art, right? Like, what are you talking about? So that was kind of stupid. But besides that, besides that, we low-key got this in the bag, like the skin of the goose. Like, I think we're gonna run this up big time. I have a feeling like I would get along with him. I obviously don't know. It wouldn't be certain. He could be completely different. We could just not hit it off, you know. But I do personally think that we would get along, and it'd be really cool to do that someday. What really drives me to make videos and songs and like wake up in the morning is other people, right? And when other people are passionate about stuff, it really gives me a certain drive too. Like, I feel like we're in this together, you know? But when I wake up and I feel like I'm on my own, I really question what's the point, you know? But other people make it feel like there's a point. So I really like people like him. And I thank him and the people that have helped him for letting this beautiful soul exist. I think if I were to sum it all up into one thing, it would be hero. And not by the definition hero. I don't know what the definition is, but like how I see it. A hero doesn't have to be perfect, but a hero is going to save every person they can without breaking themselves down. A hero is going to protect the good cause, the collective goal of everything. That's what the hero strives for, not just like their own selfish stuff, right? A hero in their own world is going to do silly things, make mistakes, be a person. But when it comes to the community, the hero is guiding it in a way that is beneficial for everyone. You know, I hope I word that right. But I don't want to like seem like I'm just like praising bro. Like, I know he isn't perfect. I just think like it's so cool that people like that exist, gang. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Just to know that it's possible, that there's other people out there that I could possibly meet one day that are passionate about stuff still. You know, still like do stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, it's eye opening. It's like living my whole life in the suburbs and never seeing expensive cars, never seeing expensive houses, and basically forgetting they exist. And then I'll go see a picture of one, or I'll go travel somewhere and see a whole different city and be like, whoa, this stuff is real. It's eye-opening. That's the type of feelings he brings to me. It's like I've never had that type of person before. And now I get to like almost communicate with one, and it's like, whoa. It's eye-opening. It's like, it brings me feelings of like, this is possible. But yeah, sub 30 minutes this time with all the stupid breaks I took. I think this is crazy. This is progress. I try not to yap as much. Let me know if I still did though. Joe. I had to, it rhymed. But subscribe if you want more videos, right? I plan to dedicate so many more videos to so many more people. I love talking about other people. I think other people are so cool. I love the fact that other people like exist, and a lot of them do great things. So it's really cool. I don't know. Is that wrong? But I hope I can be looked at in just 1% of the way that I look at Joe. But that sounds like so that sounds so like you know what I mean? But it's like not like that. Just like a respect way. Just like this is like here, and it's like, okay, you know, just I'm inspired by you. So like, thank you. Namaste. I don't know what that means, but I think it means thank you. But if it doesn't, I didn't mean it. Yeah, subscribe. I'm gonna say it again because I just really want you to. I'm gonna make more videos. Please, please, please comment something that has to do with this, right? This is an easy one because it's about a person. So just comment something to do with them, right? Even if it's nothing. If this is your first time ever hearing about Joe, let me know if he sounds like a good guy or not, right? Just something. Just have some type of discussion. I'll respond to you, gang. Let's run it up. Tell me your favorite thing he's ever said, right? The silly stuff. And then last but not least, like the song and then go check out my music. Blakey. Blakey. Blake with a Y. On all platforms. All of them. Every single one. I hate Spotify though. But I'm on there. Okay. Bye.